Well, hi everyone. I'm John Rethlin with my review of WWE NXT Great American Bash Night 2. This is not going to be a very long review because there were things I liked. The main event I did enjoy, and yes, I know it was spoiled last week, and I get why people were upset, but guess what? I had a feeling that that was going to be the end result, so it didn't frustrate me as much as it did anyone else. That being said, I do totally get, I don't like seeing spoilers either, but unfortunately with a lot of these tape shows, that's what we're going to get. Um, I just didn't enjoy the first match. I just didn't. Mia Yim versus Candice LeRae street fight. I hope these women are okay and that they had no injuries because they did some tough shit to each other. They hit each other with kendo sticks, Singapore canes, whatever, chairs, trash can lids, fire extinguisher spot, trash cans, tables, all that. I just didn't care. It's a feud I have not cared about one bit. Garbage Day line was said at one point. It's Garbage Day. Garbage Day? And if you get that, I absolutely love you guys. Swinging neckbreaker onto a pile of chairs. 1, 2, 3. Candice wins. Make Candice more interesting. And Mia Yim, give her some better feuds to roll with. Though I will say this was Mia Yim's best match in a number of months on NXT TV. And then we get to a match that actually surprised me by not being all that bad. Bronson Reed versus Tony Nese. It was fine. Nese got some shots, but Reed just basically beat him down with a whole lot of power moves and hit a diving splash. 1, 2, 3. They really have something with Bronson Reed. I would love to see them implement him more in some meaningful stuff. Maybe give him, some proper feuds. Maybe if they eventually split the North American and, NXT championships up again, they could have him go for the North American championship, but he does have something. So I look forward to seeing what else they do with him. I like Nese, don't get me wrong, but Nese has not meant much of anything since around this time last year when he was in the mix for the NXT, or, for what is now the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. Then a Mercedes Martinez package. We can see her a little later. Then we have Robert Stone and Aaliyah. Robert Stone wants Shotzi to join the Robert Stone brand, and then gets upset when she refuses, so he tosses his coffee back. The coffee lands on Killian Dane, accidentally. So he beats him up, and then the tank, Shotzi's tank, runs over Robert Stone. Oh no, I'm dying. Remember when NXT actually could do comedy properly, or when wrestling could do comedy properly? This wasn't it. I don't get it. I didn't enjoy it. Sorry, I didn't. I got nothing against Shotzi. Aaliyah is the perennial NXT lifer, and Robert Stone is basically he's just a fucking punching bag. If that's the best they have for Killian Dane, though, I mean, what the fuck? Like, what are they doing with a big monster like this if that's the best they got for him? Well, I didn't like this. What I did like, though, was Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Johnny Gargano. This was good. I've met Swerve several times at indie shows last year. And in 2018, guy's fucking great. It's fucking incredible. Very down to earth. I know Derb loved him, Derbinator. And don't worry, folks, at some point, myself and Derbinator will do shows again. But as stuff's going on, that's why I'm providing solo content while other things are happening. Everything's good. Don't worry. He's the best friend. He's, my brother I never knew I needed until I got him as a friend. So yeah, that's my praising of Derb right there. Back to the review. He also loves Swerve, and I'm so happy for his success and really wish nothing but the best for Swerve. This was a pretty good match. Gargano kept working on his arm. Swerve takes to the air and really showed off his skills. Even hit the house call at one point. We get some kicky shit. We get, which almost sounds like kinky shit, which is not what I said. But he tries for the diving stomp outside. That doesn't work. And then the flip beat TDT. One final beat, I believe is what it's called. 1, 2, 3. We then get a high package for Tegan Nox versus Io Shirai, where they show footage of Tegan's recovery while Io gets wet. Yes, that is intentionally done to just see if anybody, gets as excited as I did at the prospect of Io getting wet. I'm going to say that and see if anybody gets uncomfortable or happy. It's up to you. But this was a pretty good video package. Tegan has absolutely no goddamn chance in beating Io Shirai. But that being said, Tegan Nox is talented and this should be a good match, as is happening next week. And Legado del Fantasma, Santos Escobar, Raul Mendoza, and, Wild. The Wild One. I'm just going to call him that because I'm always wanting to call him DJZ, so I'm just going to call him the Wild One. Versus Breezango and Maverick. Oh, Breezango come out in Conquistador masks. And Maverick's also there. He's got a new Titantron and everything, and he's got new music. I'm sorry, I don't care how talented this trio is. I don't care. Dynamite Fighter Fest had a multi-man match that I shouldn't have liked that I ended up liking. And that one was basically just all over the place, not following the tag rules. This one followed tag rules, and I'm sorry, this one kind of bored me. Mainly because I just don't care about Breezango. I don't hate him. I don't hate Maverick at all. I don't even hate this, trio, but it's just, they're trying to resurrect a fucking corpse with the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. It's dead. It ain't gonna fucking matter. Just stuck. And one end 205 Live, for the love of God, ended. Not even just because they're taping in front of no people. Just fucking end the show and funnel people there, because at this point, you're just doing it. You're just filling it with a bunch of people that could be used better than in NXT, especially since you got a 2-hour show. I didn't care for it. Fandango may have tweaked his knee. I actually hope he's okay. And Phantom Driver pins him 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, cool. That's your lot right there. We then get a promo from Candice and Gargano, the Great American Power Couple, maybe the greatest power couple in the world or the universe. Gargano then says he will beat up Balor. And they did not display Balor's package this week, so I know some fans were disappointed. So, we have an Eichner and Bartel vignette. I don't know what the fuck they're going to do, because I believe they're still in this country, because of the travel issues and stuff like that. So, if they can do some cool stuff with the NXT Tag Championships, cool. We then get Santana Garrett versus the returning Mercedes Martinez. And while Santana got some shots, Mercedes just beat her down and hit a fisherman suplex buster 1, 2, 3. So there you go. And I like Mercedes Martinez. I think Santana Garrett also has a bright future in NXT, even though I know she's been wrestling for a number of years. But Mercedes has been wrestling for about 20. And her and Shayna would be a dynamite team on Raw, in like a year or something like that. So we get a Priest and Grimes package where he says, you're going to find out next week, Cameron Grimes is a little bitch, and they're going to have a match next week. And then we get Lee versus Cole, winner take all match. And look, and I'm just folding up the notes. I'm not going to tear the notes. This match was good as you would expect. It's Keith Lee's power and, limitless stamina versus Adam Cole when to continue his championship run. 403 days, I believe, is what it was. And, has the Panama Sunrise beaten anybody in a goddamn match? Like, at least in a big match? I'm seriously asking. At least on NXT programming. It's a cool move. The Canadian Destroyer, by the way, is all fucking just done out, just done to goddamn death. But has it beaten anybody? And I know that spamming finishers happens in a lot of wrestling. It happens in AEW, happens in WWE. God forbid it happens a lot in New Japan, and I love New Japan. But this was a good match of, Cole trying to break down Lee and eventually getting the last shot, then getting another last shot, and then goes for the another Panama Sunrise. But nope, he gets caught in a Spirit Bomb, and then thankfully Keith busts out his BBC and gets the 1, 2, 3. He is the new double champion. The BBC always leads to the victory. That's another thing that could be misconstrued as just slightly uncomfortable. So, Lee's celebrating, yes, the thing that was spoiled. Pyro, glitter, glitz and glamour and all that, and confetti. It was cool. It was great because Keith Lee has done really goddamn well in NXT, despite the stop-start stuff they had going with him until late last year, early this year. They kept him in the mix, but it just seemed like for a while they didn't know what the fuck they were doing with him. And he's celebrating, and then Scarlett and Karrion Kross are looking there, and obviously we're going to get Kross versus Lee at some point. I don't know if we're going to get it at the next TakeOver, but we should be getting it, I imagine, by War... Well, actually, they would have to stretch it up to War Games. We will get Kross as NXT champion at some point. Because I love Lee, but Lee is destined to go to the main roster. So, it wasn't a bad episode of NXT. There were things I didn't like, as I just said right there. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.